Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So before we begin this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. I believe, have to go look, it's about 250 plus videos already, longer videos, about 260 short videos. There's shorts in Spanish and English. There's some Spanish longer ones, mainly English. There's some instrumental, like nature sounds, videos that you can actually use to sleep, to kind of do things, to kind of focus your mind, right? Your mind and your body. And so check them out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you to the 197 subscribers. 197 subscribers. Thank you very much for following. Remember, you're part of my support system, and I'm part of your support system. So again, it's something that you know, we're becoming a community, so that way we can interact. If you have any comments, any topics, any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer them or make a video, give you a take on what topic you're asking about. If you want to connect with me on other social media outlets, on Facebook, you can connect with me. You can search for me, Carlos Flores Jr. On Instagram, you can type in @BackOnBasics. On X, formerly Twitter, you can type in @BackOnBasics. You can also see most of the short videos on X. I've done modified smaller videos on Instagram. They're about 30 seconds each. It's like very concise. And then of course YouTube has the links to these videos, and of course my YouTube channel has everything that I'm talking about. So remember, we're doing a 5-part series, and so today's part 4, which is know your goals. And we talked about this. This is not new because we've talked about this in many different videos, right? Goals are great because goals drive you to move forward. Goals can create a roadmap so that way you're successful, so that way you can get to where you want to get to, and you can actually plan them out. So for example, whenever I do goals, goal setting, I actually set anywhere from 1 to 3 goals, so that way I don't overwhelm myself. Each of the goals, I give myself either a 3-month or a 6-month review. And that means I'm going to review to see where I'm at, if I'm moving forward on the goal, if I'm not moving forward. If I'm not moving forward, then what can I do to move forward? And again, I use my support system so that way I can ask them and say, hey, what am I doing or what do I need to do so that way I can move forward, I can get to these goals. And so knowing your goals is very important. So for example, I'll give you my example. One of my goals is to finish my doctorate in business administration. Another one of my goals is to finish my credential for special education, right? Another one of my goals is to have at least 3,000 subscribers in this YouTube channel. I know it's not the sexiest, and you know, we're not dancing, right? But I do give you tidbits of things that are everyday life things. And like this, right? Like goals. Goals should be measurable. It should be quantifiable. That means that you should be able to put numbers to it. So that way you know, if I reach this goal, that means that I did this many steps, or I spent this much time. Measurable means that you can measure where you're at. Progress, right? And so goals should be something that, those are the things that motivate you. Making these videos just motivates me. It brings a smile to to my face, it makes me focus. And that's the thing. You know, I do shorts. I've been doing them usually on my way back from work at the elementary school, special ed summer school, because I walk. In the morning, I walk a little bit over a mile, and in the afternoon, I walk a little bit more, like a mile and a half. Altogether, I get about 3 miles plus whatever I walk at work. So, you know, it's for me, it's just motivation because it keeps me going. You know, when in the afternoon, I'm like, oh, 2 shorts, right? One in Spanish, one in English. It's actually the same topic. It goes slightly, the description is slightly different because I want to make sure that I make it based on the needs, based on the questions, based on comments, based on the topics, because we see it differently. And so I want to make sure that the shorts in Spanish and in English are done so that way it helps you. And again, I've said this before, whatever I'm working on and whatever you're suggesting, those are the videos and those are the topics that I'm talking about. I mean, you and I are working alongside each other. Again, that's the reason why we're part of our support system. We are part of each other's support system. Our village, which means the rest of the world that we're connected to, you should be connecting to and saying, hey, I'm trying to see if I can get to this goal. What do you think? What kind of a roadmap do I need to make to do this? So, you know, I've had previous goals. Like, I wanted to get into pro wrestling. That was when I was younger. I wanted to do that. Can't do that anymore. I mean, you know, I have a lower back pain. So, not lower back pain, but it's more of like a lower back soreness. Because whenever, when I was in college, I lifted a 5-gallon water bottle, and it just hurt my lower back. So, I mean, I have some limitations, but I still am active. I mean, again, I've told you, one of my goals that I've had for the past year and a half is to get to 200. Right now, I'm right around 215, right around 214. I've gone up, but it's okay though, because I'm accepting where I am now so that way I can move forward. And I keep on doing exercises. I keep on walking. You know, I keep on being active. Watch my short video on, I mean, I was cleaning the solar panels on our home today. So I did a short video on that. What else? I mean, I walk through the park whenever I come home so that way I can do my shorts, and I can do the smaller short from Instagram. So usually now there's 2 shorts, one in Spanish, one in English, one micro short in Instagram. The links to the shorts go into Facebook, and then this longer video, I process it, I upload it, and the link goes into Facebook as well. And so, again, and that just drives me, it just motivates me, because I'm able to provide you with my life experiences, my take on different topics, my take and my love of psychology, my love of different aspects of human nature, because human nature is very interesting. I'm a people watcher. I mean, I'm an introvert. That means I keep to myself, and I'm a people watcher. I watch human nature because psychology is very interesting, because the nature versus nurture. Nature means everything, right? That has to do with the way that you are. Nurture is how you're brought up, your life experiences, how you deal with things. So that's based on experiences. That's based on how you live and how you deal with things. And so it's very important to goal setting, to knowing your goals. What are other goals? Smaller goals is getting a little bit more fluff in my beard, keeping my head shaven. It is nice. To me, it's nice. I like it that way. Keep on losing weight, hitting 200. Let's see what else. Again, I already said finishing my doctorate, finishing my credential program, being able to help all of you as much as I can. And again, my goal is for this channel and these videos to always be free, right? To always, there's not going to be a membership. There's not going to be a super duper 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 membership, because these videos actually connect with one another. It's like a big puzzle. It's a puzzle of life, if you can imagine that, right? If you can visualize a puzzle of life, and you put things together. Well, if I make some membership, some paid membership, right, then I'm gonna take some of those puzzle pieces that some of you may not want to pay for, and so you're going to be missing some pieces. I want you to have everything. So everything's going to be, things are going to be free. Let's see what else. I want to be able to, I want to be able to be healthy. I want to be able to, just be mobile as I age, right? I'm 49. As I get older, be able to be mobile, be able to strengthen my muscles, my back muscles, my everything. I love walking, and I will do that for the longest. Dealing with adversity, dealing with sometimes the unexpected, dealing with things like that are some of my goals, is being able to adapt, right? And how do I adapt? It's because I have my basic foundation. I build relationships. That's one of my things. I show my respect to people. I help as much as I can. I study and learn things as much as I can. I have life balance. So I do things that I need to do for work, things that I need to do for home, things that I need to do for family. Another one is being a provider. That's part of my basic foundation, right? And of course, without even saying, one is having mind-body balance, focusing this mind so that way I'll be able to, I'll be able to be sharp. I'll be able to be in the present moment, so that way I can make the best decisions ever. And so I'm giving you examples of some of my goals, some of the things that I've had as goals, some of the things that I will have as goals. It is what it is, right? Everybody has goals. But you have to know them. You have to know them. So that way you can communicate them with your support system. So that way they'll be able to course correct. But remember, right? And I've said this in the recent videos. It is up to you to make the decisions. Your support system will give you support, will give you advice. It is up to you to choose or not to choose to use it, because you are ultimately the one that has to take it step by step by step and move forward towards completing your goals, towards achieving your goals. So knowing your goals is very important. So here's what I want you to do. If you want to, in the comment section, put some of the things that you're working on. If you're okay with it, just put some of the things that you're working on. Again, I've shared with you a lot of the things that I'm working on. I'm actually working on processing, death. And, again, in March, my dad passed away, and that kind of brought up grieving for my cousin who passed away from COVID in 2021. And then today, one of our 3 cats actually did pass away. Finn, he was great. He would always come to me. He would always sit on my lap. He wanted to make sure that I was okay. The other 2 cats do the same thing, but Finn had this. He was doofy. He wasn't the sharpest tool, but he was the most humble tool, the most humble cat that I can see. He could feel energy. And he can sense when somebody was stressed, when somebody was not at their best. And he would always, not always, but he would come and sit, especially with me. He would come and sit with me and just be with me. I mean, to the point that today, he passed at 7 o'clock in the morning today. He was looking for me. I was still asleep. He was looking for me. Yeah, he was great. He was a great cat. Finn, we'll miss you. It's hard. And so, but, it's those things that motivate you. Pets, families, providing, being able to relax, being able to have a staycation or have a vacation, or there's so many things that you can make goals. That's what I want to make sure that I emphasize, because write them down, right? Review them every 3 months or 6 months. Make sure that you're on track. Use your support system to do that, so that way they can give you advice, so they can course correct you. Use your basic foundation. Remember, you should know your basic foundation. I told you mine. Because that is what drives you. Be in the present moment, because if you're in the present moment, you'll make the best decisions. Your mind will be sharp. Your body will be ready. Have mind-body balance. So that way, when you have to do something physically, like today, right? Okay. I changed the filter in our AC unit, so that way it optimally works. And then I cleaned the solar panels in our home. Right? Those are the things that again, I have a mixture of both physical, mental, and spiritual balancing activities that help me out, that drive me, that make me smile, right? That gets this introvert moving forward. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. In the comment sections, questions, suggestions, topics. If you want me to give you my take on something, just let me know. If you want to connect with me on other social media outlets, on Facebook, you can search for me, Carlos Flores Jr. On Instagram, you can type @Back on Basics. On X, you can also type @Back on Basics. So, till next time, Back on Basics.